pretty sure I would not recommend walking along the side of a train track. I think that's probably just a bad idea. Oh my goodness, but is it funny? Heyo and welcome to another episode of Pine Harbor County, where we will use and abuse the new operating district mechanic that was introduced in Cities Skylines 2. In the last episode, we started shaping our capital city skyline and implemented some public transport to this area, and just the skyline. I just can't get over how good the observation tower looks. It's so chunky, but when you get nice and low, look at that. So good. Anywho, in this episode, I want to start introducing some municipal offices to the area as well as some citizen safety assets. So without further delay, let's jump right on into it. Alrighty, so first thing first, I want to delete this long pedestrian road as I've decided on an alternative course for our walking traffic. And yeah, naturally it's masochistic. So let's go on in and delete this and know that I will be re-implementing the the pedestrian path in the Beautifying the Build Timelapse. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave chapters down below, and yeah, we'll reconnect this at that point. All right, and now that we have this space to work with, the first thing I would like to place in right here is actually a city hall. So let's come into our development tree. Let's come over here to police and administration, and let's unlock the city hall. And then I'm thinking I want it to get lined up right in the middle here. Obviously we don't have symmetry, which will destroy me on the inside, but let's get a little road in here. Then I think I would like to get some more parking right here and here, and let's knock that on up. I know I have a lot of parking in this area, but I'm thinking each little lot would actually kind of serve each building. So to me it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe that's the American in me. I really want him to be center. Okay, I'm gonna have to work with that. It's not... It's centered to here. Oh, I'm gonna be a perfectionist. Yeah, I'll stick with that for now. And then let's take a look at our add-ons here. So we have a city court, which increases the effectiveness of the local court system, which in turn brings the crime rate down. So that'll bring it down 5% crime rate citywide. So that's not just going to be Bunyan Rest, but all of Pine Harbor County. And if I come up to the info panel and I actually look at our police, our crime probability is at 36. I would like to get that lower. So let's go ahead and add on the city court. And then city planning offices. Specialized city planners help lower the cost of improving zoned buildings. So it's minus 5% building level cost citywide. I wish to add that as well. And then, yeah, that is the city hall. And I just like, I like how this pops up over the train stations. This train station's actually gotten a little good old nice and busy. It's really good to know. Cool. Okay, and now I want to add something to the back of this, and I was messing around a little bit and thought that actually the central bank would be a very good option for behind. And I want these to be, woof. Hey Nama, learn how to use your keyboard. There we go. I want to keep these very close to each other. So what I'd like to do is something that may be a very good or very bad idea. I'm gonna come in with just a one-way frontage road. And then what I want to do, it's so weird. I can place grass here, but I can't place it there. Anyway, squirrel brain aside, coming back in, I want to place this asset right here. And I'm doing it like this because one, if I come just into the cinematic view here, it has a very nice, I guess morphing. It's not really the word I want to use, but the spire of the city hall is centered with the middle of the central bank. And then I am putting it a little off symmetry, making it more asymmetrical, because I want to use this hedge on the asset to create a little bit of a unique feature along the sidewalks. So, yeah. And what's going to be really nice about this asset is it's providing us a minus 2% loan interest, which, okay, that's okay for us. We haven't actually had to take out a loan for Pine Harbor County, and we are making bank for a lack of... Oh, does that count as a pun? Oof. Okay. Anyway, and then it also gives us a minus 5% import cost and a plus 5% export cost. So it's actually going to boost our money a lot. It's also going to make it cheaper for our businesses, industries, etc. to import goods that won't be in this area. So yeah, this one will work across the whole city. And when I say city, again, I mean, in this case, Pine Harbor County, and so will the City Hall. So that's going to add some nice little boost to our county. Okay, so next I want to add some municipal offices, and I want to start by actually wiggling a welfare office right in here. And I think we're going to put that right here and then assign it to Bunyan's Rest. So that way, if you're having some troubles, you can just get off the subway and come right on down to the welfare office. This asset just looks so good. But yeah, I figured this would be a good spot for it. If we come into our administration panel, we're now lighting up green for a lot of areas. So we may have to add another welfare office maybe down here and here in Bunyan's Rest. But for now, when we're just working down in this capital city here, well, not the capital city, all of this is the capital city, but the part that is going to be the densest, I think this would be a good spot for it. And it also provides us a little bit of decorating. I feel like this road isn't 90 degrees. It's probably the same, but I'm gonna pretend it's different just for my sanity. So let's reassign Bunyan's Rest. Just can't get over this. That's annoying, but can't get over this. Alrighty, so next I want to add in a post office. And if we come into our communications tab, sorry, not our communications, our telecom, our post tab, we can see that there is an abundance of red here for mail service availability. Even though we have the sorting facility here, this just, I believe, takes it in from outside connections. What I would like to do now is this is going, I think hypothetically, going to feed into the post offices. So I just want to read real quick. It processes and stores both local and intercity mail. Mail going to and coming from outside the city is carried by high-capacity post trucks, which helps reduce mail-related traffic on the roads. Can be upgraded with extra loading ramps, a storage extension, and an automated sorting system. And then, yeah, so this just handles incoming and outgoing mail, post vans and trucks pick up mail from mailboxes. So I don't know, my logic told me that this takes in from the outside connections and then this disperses it amongst the county. So we are going to place one of these right on in here, and I'm going to start by actually drawing in a little alleyway. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we added in both extensions here, both the mail storage extension as well as the post van garage. And then make sure it's selected to Bunyan's Rest for the operating district. And then let's just see if we need to place any mailboxes, and I do think we're going to place one right in here. Yeah, it'll like it better down there. And then let's also put one out here near our industry. And I think putting it right near where we built this underground subway station in a previous episode would be a good spot. I am gonna zoom out a little bit so I can see all the roads. And they are green. So, yep. Plop. We'll put that right there. And then hopefully that helps disperse some of our mail a little bit. Not only that, but this is something I love about doing modular building, is you get to make cool little things like this. I don't know what else to call this other than just cool. So yeah. All right, and then next what I want to try and do is decorate the rest of this block and actually do it with some zoning. So I'm just gonna zoom away from that, Nama. I already know I want to put some low-income housing in here. So yeah, let's add some road connections in. I do just want to add a quick node right here, so I'm just going to come right here and I'm going to double click on my left mouse and that will add a node. So really quickly before I start zoning everything in here, I think this is gonna be the road layout that I work with. Yeah, we don't need that. Just connect that with a pedestrian path instead. just for a little connectivity. Okay, squirrel brain later. This is gonna be the zoning layout that I choose for this. We're gonna do mainly some low rent housing in this area, as well as probably some businesses. I do not want to take away, I either want to frame the subway station or keep everything lower than it so that this layer of height doesn't get buried beneath some taller, chunkier assets. So yeah, let's dig in. Really quickly, while I was off camera here, I fixed a small mistake that I had made. When I placed the welfare office, I had not accommodated where the subway is going to go. So I did just add in these above road lines here so that when we do extend our lines, if I zoom out real quick, when we do extend the lines, I can get one line to come all the way out into these areas and get another line that will come in up in this area. So yeah, just wanted to show you that off cam, what I did off camera there real quick. And then, yeah, just take a quick moment to admire the skyline. That is one huge huge. Like, that is a tall apartment building. But anyway, yeah, I think it's shaping up very nicely. Alrighty, so the next thing I want to work on is I don't know what quite to call it. It's going to be a little bit of a combination of some emergency shelters and notification systems, as well as some police assets. And I want the police assets in particular because, as you can see here, a lot of our buildings are having issues leveling up because we have a huge crime issue right now. So the crime probability is at about 36% still, with a success rate of 6.2. So it's decreased a little bit with the city hall, but I want to decrease it more. So I want to start first and foremost with the centerpiece of this modular building area, and that is going to be the Central Intelligence Bureau. So we're going to unlock the police headquarters, the Central Intelligence, and what I want to do is come up here and extend this. So let's actually start by, and then let's just get this chungus. And then that is going to sit just so. So what this asset will do is it's the local headquarters for CIB agents. The Central Intelligence Bureau investigates severe criminal activity and apprehends criminals with superior efficiency. The sole existence of the office lowers crime rates citywide, or again, in our situation, it will be countywide. So it decreases it by 8%. And then, yeah, it is just, I don't have any line of sight here, which bothers me. Yeah, that bothers me. So I'm gonna do a little something. Okay, that's better. That way we have a line of sight on the Central Intelligence Agency here. So when you look down this road, it's gonna be right there. Awesome sauce. Okie dokie. So next I want to add in the police headquarters. And, you know, since I'm deviating from my initial plans anyway. Yeah, that won't fit there. Okay. We'll stick with my original plan. I'm gonna place it right here. I want it to provide a little bit of height difference and kind of do the same aesthetic decoration as our central bank is doing. So let's also come on in, get an alleyway, and extend this up a little bit. And then first things first, this one is going to be assigned to Bunyan's Rest. And I do want the extra garage for a couple extra patrolling cars. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. All right, so next I actually want to use a disaster service in two ways. One, the way the game mechanics expect it to be used, which is as, you know, a disaster response. But then I also actually want to use it for some decoration. And it's the early disaster warning system that I want to use. So we're going to unlock this real quick. And I'm going to come in here and show you the placement I'm thinking of for this. So that's kind of how I wanted that to get placed in there, because I like the little ball at the top, because I think it complements the Central Intelligence Bureau very nicely. And then what I may just do is actually just quickly upgrade that there. Okay, I think I can... Yeah, I think I like that. Pinecrest Junction in the background here is also looking quite nice. Anywho, so what I'd like to do next is come on in here, and I want to add a prison. So we need to come back into our development tree, down to the police and administration, and unlock the prison. And the reason I want to do this is because I do want to just get a very large jail capacity, and I'm going to do it across all of Pine Harbor County. So not just for Bunyan's Rest, but the entirety of our build. You know, something that I really love about building and creating videos for Cities Skylines 2 is that I might go in with something with a general plan, but then I'll deviate and I will be so happy with how it comes out. We don't probably need 2 prisons, but we're gonna have 2 prisons, and we're gonna call this one Pine Harbor County Jail Building A. And then how about Pine Harbor County Jail Building B? And can I fit parking in here? Oof. Ooh, I want to do it so bad. Oh, yep, that's happening. That's happening. If it fits, it sits. So much parking. So much parking. And they're all gonna pay a boatload for it. Awesome. Okay, so massive deviation from what I was originally planning with the prison system, but I really like how that's coming out and how that's looking. All right, so next I want to prep this area for some emergencies. So I'm gonna come in with a large emergency shelter. And once again, I think I'm gonna deviate from the original plan. So I think we're gonna put one there. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it like this for now. Okay, I lied. I moved them. Again. Fickle. Very, very fickle. So, now that we have our main assets on this area, let's chunk up this area and decorate it a little bit with some zoning. Alrighty, so now that we have added all of our assets and most of our zoning, let's jump into a Beautifying the Build time lapse. But first, before we do that, if you enjoy these kinds of modular asset builds, hit the like button below and let me know in the comments which part of the episode you liked the most. Okie dokie, let's jump on in and start planting some trees. so I think that just about wraps up this episode. We certainly planted a lot of foliage just now. So it's going to be a very green area here. Anywho, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider hitting the like button and let me know what your favorite part was in the episode in the comment below. If you want to continue following along with Pine Harbor County's progress, please hit the subscribe button, and until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.